Guys, what's going on? We are back and in the building. Tuesday night, chill and chat, the Let's Go show. Let's get hyped. Let's get loud, guys. Walking and talking, moving and grooving, squatting and speaking. That's right. We are back for some home arcade talk. And my God, guys, I'm telling you, I always say it, we got a big show, but we actually, again, have a big show, guys. In fact, the show is so big that I couldn't even fit all the files on the show. And you're going to see why. We're going to be doing a lot of showing and telling. I got a ton of pictures for you guys. Vic Vicious, I need you to get loud, baby, because we have some new and improved renders coming from Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, coming in hot with some modding ideas for you guys that are interested in modding your pre-existing cabinets into something new, something more, and something exciting, guys. Of course, we have a little bit of iconic arcade talk, guys. Unbelievable. We got our pre-orders in just in time, and you will see why, guys. G.I. Joel Gaming, oh my God, you blew us out of the water. Jeez, we got a lot to talk about. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. And guys, speaking of, I mean, this is going to be like a modding show, guys. Speaking of modding, I need some help with this control panel business because there's a poll up, guys, and I don't know what buttons to pick from. But before, guys, we get started with all of this fun stuff, I'm going to say hi to each and every one of you guys in the chat. And if you see on screen, guys, you see down below in this corner over here, what do you think? That little widget box is something new that StreamYard just kind of said, hey, you want to try this? Let me know what you think. Should we keep it on there? Should we take it off? Do you guys like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the chat box. While we say hi to each and every one of you, and my God, you want to talk about eating just in time? I had a huge McDonald's meal with a milkshake. My wife completely destroyed me now because this is all just, I'm like bloated in this chair. Honey, what are you doing? I gotta start a show. I can't be talking and eating. Speaking of Vic Vicious here, he's in the house. One of our newest moderators, guys. So give him a round of applause in the chat. What's up, Danny? Bring the heat tonight. Hold on for something loud. Oh, gee. Vic Vicious, let me tell you something. Trust me, we're bringing the heat. Trust me, kid. Thank you so much, man, for being here. The Be Me is in the house. Let's go. Calvin Wong, always here, always loving it. Sir Sega has popped on through, says, yo, Danny, I would like to pick a red, yellow, purple buttons for the Darkstalkers. So red, yellow, purple. Okay, I got pictures, guys. I'm going to show you these because I truly need some help with this. Like, I don't want to place an order and then it's like not what I wanted. You know, when you're modding, you want it to be done right. There's no wrong way to do this, okay? But we want to get it right. We'll definitely touch on that. It's one of our topics we're going to talk about tonight. It says it matches the colors of the marquee and the side art better. And those are ones that I picked myself. So usually I base color combinations. If you can't find the real thing, you know, the real authentic, you know, color combinations, which, you know, real quick, these were conversion kit cabs, guys. I actually stumbled. The internet's great. I stumbled upon a manual that actually shows the conversion kit, like what's all included. So it actually came with red, green, and blue buttons. But it just, I feel like it would, I don't know. I want to let you guys decide. You guys help me out all the time, dude. So like the XXL situation, that was phenomenal. We'll talk on that too. It says, going back to the comment, it says red, blue, and green looks more stolen from MVC2, X-Men 97. That's the color combination, which it was. A lot of these cabs, guys, it's absolutely insane. Going around the mods that we're doing, it's like my whole arcade would be almost Dynamos with a pinball and Time Crisis. That's how much I guess I love the Dynamo, or how many games I love that were conversion kits into the Dynamo style cabinets. And we're talking Dynamo from, you know, HS1 through 8, you know, so really cool stuff. I mean, so we'll see. We'll get to it, I promise. But I appreciate you stopping by. DNZ is in the building saying hi to each and every one of you guys. Gramps Arcade, thank you so much, man, for being here. Mike Hawkhurts, another Wrench of Mars, says, RIP, RIP, George Wendt. This one's for you, Norm. Always sad when someone passes. Now, this is over my head. Are we talking Norm Cheers? Let me know in the chat, guys, because I'm way too young for this one. Plus, I don't watch a lot of TV. J-Rod, thank you so much, man, for being here. As always, we're going to scroll on down here. My mouse is acting funky, but that's okay. This is me getting loud in the chat. Everybody else is flowing on through. Israel Gaming, what's up, CornerCade and everybody. T-Prez, another newest moderator of ours, always being here, consistent as always, and always reminding you guys what like he is, and we need to boost those likes up because we got 32 fine people in the house, and we need to get some likes in the house. Now, I know I'm not going to get all 32 because, believe it or not, guys, there are people that absolutely hate my guts, but still watch the show. That's mind-blowing. So whatever you do, the haters out there, give it a thumbs down. That helps us even more. So thank you for always for supporting the channel. We got Chris Nooner in the building. Let me scroll on down here. I highlighted the comment, but I started. There you go. Hey, Poopy Pants, gonna listen to your ramble side of the Mariners game on this rain delay. Hey, we'll take it. We'll keep you entertained on the rain delay. Speaking of rain, we had rain all day here, and you know me and rain, guys, absolutely loved it. We're gonna get some more tomorrow, but we got to get that rain that's like destructive rain. We got a nice calm rain, so I don't know how I feel about that. Calvin Wong, Danny, use your computer to make a control panel with different color combos. We'll see which one looks best. Yes, well, I can't do that, but I got people that'll do that for me because I have so many friends and I absolutely love this home arcade community. So we have those renders that I'm going to zoom in for you guys and show you, courtesy of Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger. Pinball Junkies, you're always here, always loud, always proud, saying hi to each every one of us. Reese, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Manual, the wise guy, sliding in. All the answers are always in the manual. I mean, manual, LOL. That is a funny one, guys. What do you think about this little chat box that's in the corner? Do you guys like it? For you that are watching on the mobile phone, do you like it? Is it annoying? I can take it down if you want. What do you think? What are your thoughts? JR, thank you so much, man, for just sliding on in. Guys, I got a lot to show today. I got to be honest with you. So if we scroll down to, okay, I stumbled upon this today. So let's take a look at this real quick. I stumbled upon this website today, right? So this is an Etsy shop of retro repro arcades, right? Unbelievable. And I can't start the show without Mr. Murph Dog. He is in the house saying, let's go, getting hyped, getting excited for home arcade. Let's do this. Thank you so much, man. And I mean, geez, before we even got started, guys, this party is getting ripped. Let's go. That's a Canes fan. You're doing it each and every week. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel with a big $10 super chat. Always appreciate it. You don't have to do it, but we will always appreciate it because there are unfortunately costs for me being on and sharing this with you guys, like this program right here, StreamYard. But he says, Cubert, Star Wars XL, Tron, please, basic fun. Nasty Canes, I got to be honest with you. We might not have to wait for basic fun anymore. This could be a whole new era. And G.I. Joel is going to help us get us there because this is more than just a Nintendo cap. I'm telling you that right out of the gate. And I'm so glad that Joel has kind of taken the initial steps to do this because this could be a really, really big thing. And trust me, we're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about it. B. Kirby, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Jason, little alien, just getting in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kato, thank you so much, man, for being here. What's going on in the CornerCade, guys? If you're here, let your voice be known in the chat. Engagement is key. Even if you're watching on the TV, somehow type it in the chat. Let's get in there. Let's get this party started. Let's keep the conversation going. So yes, if I took the chat off the screen, that's how it is. So I got one person saying no. Chris commented on this because this is a new tool for me. It's kind of cool. I kind of dig it on a mobile telly. So I can't make out anything it says. The box doesn't bother me. There you go. There's a little feedback. On the feedback tool. I kind of like something different. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it for this show, see what's up. But you know, you let me know. If we get enough people that are like, just get the chat off the screen, we can definitely get the chat off the screen. That's not a problem. But guys, this is what I discovered here. Now, maybe when we're showing stuff, we take it down. I don't know. We'll see. So this right here, guys, is Retro Repro Arcades. Try to say that 10 times fast, right? And my God, I discovered this on YouTube. And guys, so this is a shop that sells like numbskull, new wave toys type replica arcades. Now, they actually had a stand-up outrun at some point. I'm thinking these are custom made to order, so I'm sure it's sold out. We'll get more in. Now, the prices are insanity. We're talking almost $700. In some instances, $700, as this Killer Instinct one is, because if you scroll through the options, it can get up there. If you want to do an HDMI out on these, it'll run you $700. But, wow, I mean, this is pretty cool. Now let me show you something, guys. Hold on. Let's take this down real quick because that's just the Etsy page. I want to show you guys like some of some video footage of the stuff and some zoomed in pics because guys, this is crazy cool. And this got my attention real quick. So let's ooh, not that close, not that close. All right, guys. So here it is. Here's the Mortal Kombat 1, the MK1, the Chinese Takeout Edition. I mean, look at the detail on this thing. And I know for $700, it damn well better have detail. I mean, this is real wood, metal, you name it. So if you guys wanted to add this to your collection of those small, tiny arcades, I know it's like twice the amount it normally would be, if not triple. But I mean, oh my God. I mean, look at this thing. You can coin in to start with the coin buttons there. You know, you obviously hit the start. Like, look at this. This is so cool. So cool. I don't know. The detail on this thing is incredible. Obviously, you can play this. Got HDMI out. Let's take a look at the front here. I mean, even how they got the front kick plate done, right? It just, the buttons, the sticks. This is so cool. I'm sorry. I think these things are awesome. I've always been a fan of Numbskull and New Wave Toys and what they do. I don't own any of those products because, like, for me, when I get to the point of paying like the $200-$300, I'm like, I'd rather just go like a 3/4, deluxe arcade one up because I want to add to the arcade, right? So I've always been torn to do so. And here's the back shot right here. I don't know. Oh, well, got a little bit zoomed in there. So you got some, like, look at USB ports, HDMI out, power. This is just so cool. Like, look at the back plate. It's got the Midway on there. Like, it's like the serial tag number. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that's so cool. Okay, so here, let me share this. Let me bring that down. I want to kind of take a look at some of these real quick before we get the show started. I'm gonna pop in, share another screen here of let's see what we got. Oh, this one looks dope. So I wanted to show you 3 in particular that they do. So let me come up here. And you guys know I absolutely love Killer Instinct. I mean, look at this KI, dude. They got KI1, KI2, you saw from the website. Let's take a look at a little bit of video action here. I mean, this is just, I don't know, something like this I might, you have to take a strong look at it and say, maybe I get that one, and put it on the desk, right? Because this is just dope. Where are you going to get a little New Wave Toys numbskull size of a Killer Instinct? You really can't get that anywhere, I mean, just look at the front. So well done. You want to take a look at the side here. Look at Spinal. I mean, so cool. So cool. They got this Midway cab shape down 100%. Because they also did a Wrestlemania. So I'm going to show you that guy real quick here, and then I'll get to you guys in the chat. I just thought we'd quick share this, kind of blow through here, and just take a look at these cool little guys. This one I really got excited about. Right here, Wrestlemania. Let me zoom in here. Look at those buttons, guys. The all blues, the all reds. It's inspiring because I should have a deluxe Wrestlemania coming soon. So this is what got me really excited. I mean, this is so cool. This thing's put together. Like, look at those little, like, real looking joysticks. Unbelievable. And guys, you can actually play the real game, right? I wonder if you can play 2 players, so that would be very interesting. Just look at this. This is so cool. Oh, that side art is just so iconic. Hey, look at that thing. This would be really cool with the purple trim. You go purple or red team molding on this. And wow, look at, there's another shot there. So guys, I thought I would share that with each and every one of you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know are the controls correct? Yes, those controls are definitely authentically placed correctly and everything like that. So the right colors, they knocked that out of the park for sure. Calvin Wong says, so my Darth Vader action can play. Oh, not me. Yeah, you could put your little figures there. Yeah, these are cool, right? But the prices are insane. Like, it's a lot. It's like I said, you get to some of these price points, and you're like, I'd rather just get like a real stand-up arcade. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me. B Kirby says it's pretty cool. Like I said, I just stumbled upon it. I think it was on YouTube, like one of the YouTube shorts. I'm like, what in the world is this? It led me to their Etsy page. Guys, I left the Etsy page in this video's description as well, so you guys can check that out. Yeah, they're hella expensive, but they're pretty cool looking. I don't know, but I thought I'd show it with you guys at the end of the day. Chris said, those are sweet, but pricey as fuck. Speaking of New Wave Toys, my 1942's joystick decided to retire and break in half. Well, that is really, really crummy. Nobody likes that. Oh man, that stinks. So how do you play it now? Do you contact New Wave Toys? Do they have like replacement parts? How does that work? Yeah, I mean, for that price, you're looking at a G.I. Joe custom cab for sure. Yeah. We got Stock Jock here. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by and saying a quick hi to each and every one of us. Zero Redux, let's go. Thank you so much, man, for being here. No more money for tiny cabs, only G.I. Joel. See, this is hilarious. So, Chris, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's go. The Killer Instinct and Wrestlemania, they all look great. I mean, the detail is insane, right? And that's, I think, what got my mind. You can play it, obviously, HDMI out, whatever. But you can play these things, but they look cool. They just look cool. Thought I'd show it for you guys. I mean, trust me, we've spent a lot of money on stupid stuff. This looks pretty cool though. This looks pretty cool for desk junk, right? Yeah, when G.I. Joel was like showing off renders of this, went on with Mike B last night. I said this is probably the biggest news since Iconic Arcade dropped their XXL. With Glenn doing his FU now, and then with Joel doing some deluxe versions of some of these cabs that we've always wanted. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So let me close out some tabs real quick, guys, because like I said, this show has got a lot going on, and we are going to get organized like we do up in here. So where do we go from here, guys? Oh, I wanted to show you one quick thing before we start. Okay, here we go. So let's see if I can. Let's do this. All right, guys. So you're probably looking at me like, Danny, what in the F is this thing? So I was on Facebook Marketplace. I'm looking, right? I always look because you never know what you're going to find. I got a Pac-Man Deluxe from across the street for $250. That's an insane deal. It's like brand new, right? So you never know what you're going to come across and find on Facebook Marketplace, right? So I'm looking around, and I see this thing. And now, mind you guys, I've watched a ton of Real Arcade restoration videos on YouTube. The Time Rift Arcade is a phenomenal channel. They actually own a barcade, and they're super nice, nerdy guys that do a phenomenal job and really is instrumental to teaching you how to do this yourself. And I'm like, shit, I could do that. You get a power sander, you can knock in some T-molding, you paint it with the prime. This is possible, right? And so I know a couple guys in the scene, Nick Madsen, just one of the nicest guys in the community, Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger. I mean, both of those guys could literally set up a whole arcade for me, They have connections where they can get arcades. I mean, for crying out loud, Ezekiel actually owns more Big Blue cabinets than the Galloping Ghost arcade. I want you to just put that into perspective. Like, the Galloping Ghost is the world's largest arcade. I think Ezekiel's got 17 or 19 Big Blues. So he knows what he's doing, and it's awesome. So I saw Dynamo. This is a Dynamo cabinet. I'm like, well, Danny, what the hell is this? Because look at that marquee, and I don't have a lot of pictures. I only got two right now. This was sold for $400, right? Before I can even get my hands on it. I was down in Illinois. I'm like, okay, look, I would have to get like a U-Haul. I think we can make this work. Let me offer him $200, right? $200 for the game alone, guys, is $800 to $1,000 on eBay. Now, what game is this? Well, this is X-Men versus Street Fighter, and they have a bunch of Marvel versus Capcom printed marquees up here that they just stuffed in there. Obviously, this thing would need a ground-up restoration, but it would be so worth it, and it wouldn't. I don't know. I think that could be easily done. So here's the guts, right? So now you can see that PCB in the blue there, and there's another shot of it zoomed in, and I'm like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, right? It's in perfect condition. This is the most important thing. We can slap paint, new T-molding, and buttons on this thing, but there's something wrong with the internals. That makes it a little bit harder. So I'm like, wow, could this really be a possibility? I had an inch, and this was going to scratch it, guys. Unbelievable. It didn't happen, and everything happens for a reason. It didn't happen, but maybe in the future. I mean, X-Men versus Street Fighter. That's one of my favorite games that I play on, our Children of the Atom, modded X-Men 97 cab, right? Yep, has a CRT in it. Acid Canes fan has a CRT. But this would have been, I think it would have been for $200, even $400 is a steal. I'm telling you, that blue box alone, the PCB is going for $1,000. This is X-Men versus Street Fighter, right? So this isn't this is a sought after game. And I'm like, man, oh man, this would have been so damn cool, fully restored. And we could have tracked the whole progress through the channel. It would have been great. It would have been great. I thought I'd show that with you guys real quick. That's all I wanted to share, but didn't happen. But that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen in the future. Let's see here. Vic Vicious found a new hope in the modding community, and knowing has had to battle G.I. Joel. Let's go. Okay, here we go. So speaking of Joel, right? Huge bombshell news in yesterday, guys. So if you haven't caught it, go watch it. Mike B's channel. Everybody's seen it, right? And shout outs to Stock Jock and G.I. Joel for with Mike hosting a phenomenal show, getting everything we needed to know and learning about this bombshell news, right? So what bombshell news are we talking about, guys? Well, this is what we're talking about. And let's do this. Let's bring it a little bit in here. Saved by Zero, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Damn, your place would have that authentic barn smell. Yeah, it'd be in the garage. We keep it in the garage. I'd put a cover over it, you know, and it would be really, I think it would be so effing cool to just go down there, play on a real cab. I don't know, maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe this is over my head now. We'll see in the future. We'll see in the future. Yeah, it wouldn't come in the CornerCade. It would just stay in the garage. When we get a house someday, I think real arcades are going to be coming here. That's just what I'm saying. All right, guys. So last night, G.I. Joel unveils his prototype, right? And wow, unbelievable. Now I got this one picture from him. That's it. But you guys get the gist coming from here. So this is a prototype of a deluxe version, so an arcade 1-up size deluxe Nintendo cab, or as they were calling it, a G.I. Joel-tendo or Joel-tendo cab. We still need a lot to this, right? And guys, I'm going to give you some bombshell news here, okay? So we got this empty shell here, and guess what, guys? When this thing is a little bit closer to getting completed, we're talking IE trim, coloring on it, marquee, you name it, G.I. Joel is going to come to the CornerCade, and he's going to show it off for each and every one of you guys. I got goosebumps just saying that, guys. So give a shout out to G.I. Joel. He's going to grace us with his presence. Could be next week. It could be a few days from now. When we get the next update, guys, he's going to be here live at the CornerCade, and we're going to have some fun. And you guys, trust me, can ask any question. We're not leaving until all the questions are answered. So if you got anything you want to know, maybe he knows a little bit more as far as pricing structure. I know him and I chatted. I think he wants to maybe do like a base model, which will look similar to this. You know, maybe doesn't include the monitor or anything. It's just a shell. And then more of like a deluxe variant of that would include pretty much almost everything that you would need to get started. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, well, hey, we mod a lot here. I mean, damn near every one of my cabinets is modded, guys. Whether it be buttons, you know, you name it, right? Marquees, whole games, cabinets. So we're going to have some fun modding and talking on the show with G.I. Joel. It's going to be a blast because I love him. He's sarcastic. He hates people, and we absolutely love it. So it'll be a great time. So while we are discussing his product here tonight, you know, it reminded me, and he said it on the show, which was great. You know, when I first discovered G.I. Joel, it was with the inline risers, and he made one for Stock Jock, and it kind of just ended there. And I said, whoa. When I got hold of it, I said, Joel, I want one of these, and I don't think I'm the only one. Like, there are people that, you know, we have all these deluxe cabinets that are coming in that want to take their former deluxe, you know, whether it be a Tron, a Burger Time, a Frogger, you know, a Dragon's Lair, you name it, that'll never get a deluxe variant, and they want to make it into a deluxe or just make it taller, right? And there was only a couple, you know, booster options. Maybe Buy Stuff had a booster option. I've ordered a couple through them, but there was never like an option that just like made it look like a deluxe, right? Until we discovered G.I. Joel's product. And once I got my hands on that, wow, I went ham banana sandwich. And guys, to this day, you know, when I get hyped about something, it's genuine and it's the truth, guys. And I want you guys to have it. And he, to this day, is still getting orders on that. Unbelievable, right? You guys believed in me and what I was saying, and I do appreciate that. I'm not going to just sell you something because we're selling stuff, right? It was a phenomenal product and still is. Now, this product takes that inline riser on steroids to the umpteenth level, right? And now Joel is also going to be doing control panels. And I remind him each and every, I bother him every day. I do one text message a day to bother him and to say, Joel, I need my NBA Jam control panel. And he gets a kick out of that. So we'll do a video on that too for the XL, NBA Jam. He's going to make a control panel for that that'll then sell on this website. So for you XL fans, if you want to mod anything, he'll be able to do that control panel for you. Also, depending on what happens at the CornerCade, he might also be offering a X-Men 97 control panel. If I end up making it a Blitz, or if I end up doing like an X-Men Street Fighter variant of that, who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I didn't buy the claw machine. I didn't buy the X-Men 97. I just kind of waited. I wanted to see what's going on. But yeah, we'll play it by ear a little bit here. But yeah, so here's this guy, right? And this, when I saw it, like, it's one thing to talk about a render. It's one thing to see a digital render. It's another to see this thing live and fully built. Thing looks great. Looks phenomenal. It's going to look that much better once graphics are applied, and we'll be able to showcase that off for you on the show. Paul, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Prototype was great, just not XL enough. I think he'll get there to a point. Maybe we'll see. Maybe that's like a custom basis order type thing. We'll see. I'll have to pick his brain more and kind of see where he's at. I think the biggest thing is him going to be able to ship this thing and how he's going to do that. Oh, look at that. So Stockjack says he got another peek at the cabinet today. So he's already making improvements. It's going to be fantastic. This is awesome. This is awesome. Fourth Orson says, if you don't have a house by now, you'll be 70 by the time you pay it off. I don't really plan on paying it off if we end up getting a house. I'm almost 40. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. I was watching this thing, one of those like MSNBC videos. They do some great videos sometimes. With like the arts and like the cartoons and just keep you interested, And the world we live in now, like millennials, I'm a millennial. Like there's a ton of them just living at home with their parents. Things cost so much more, and the way they broke it down was just insane. And a lot of people are just, living paycheck to paycheck, paying rent. They didn't have their parents that might have passed away and gave them the house, right, or letting them live with them, or whatever the case may be. I don't have that, So a lot of people are stuck. We're gracious enough to have our own place, right? But it was just like, it was an incredible article just to see like the struggle that millennials are going through, because everything costs 18 times more than it used to back in the day when our parents were moving and grooving and rocking and socking. Stockjack says, same here, Danny. When he built me that prototype, I told him, Joel, dude, you got to get these things out there. Yeah. So Stockjack's doing the same thing I was doing with the inline riser. Like, what are you doing? Now, he could just have made this for his arcade and that's it. But I'm telling you, and from what the interest told me, anybody that thinks that this isn't big news, that this isn't home arcade breaking news, you're a fool. Joel told me tons of people were emailing him on when is this going to be available and what's the next cabinet we could do, or can I order this one right now? So there's going to be interest out there for sure. Jason S., one of the G.I. Joel's customers here, says, I bought a Joel riser for my Class 81 Deluxe. Highly recommend one. It's awesome. It's that seamless fit that we're always looking for. Zero Redux says, G.I. Joel HS1, the possibilities are endless. They truly are. And guys, this is just an example. So this is the start. Now, he doesn't know where he's going to go from here. Do you just do the shell? Do you do the control panel? Is it an Intech deck, or is it just like a regular control panel that you then put your own joysticks, buttons in? You'll put your own encoder boards in, your own PCBs in, your own pies. What is it going to be like? Can you put a JAMA connection in? And is this just pretty much a candy cab like Unico came out with? Is it like a Glenn's idea with the arcade net or whatever? So there's a lot of, right now he's got a Simpsons screen in there that, that's not the final thing. It's not an arcade one-up screen. Do you partner with another company? I think it'd be a great investment or idea to partner with like a Joe Sabos to make graphics for this thing. It'd be phenomenal looking. You partner with Buy Stuff to get a monitor, maybe other controls in this thing, for your deluxe quote unquote variant, and have this thing, is this thing $1,000? A lot of people are like, whoa, that's kind of a lot. But if you think about it, when we, at the CornerCade go to mod something, I told you guys, it's about $800 to $1,000 to mod something. It adds up quick, guys. And, we like to use the real buttons, cherry micro switches, zero delay, encoder wires. And we like to kind of mod it as best we can, light up coin doors, you know, the Joe Sabos graphics. If you got to buy a PCB encoder board situation from Arcade One Up, that's another $100. So it adds up, guys. If the cab's 500, graphics are 250, $200. You know, your parts, you know, you're looking at 150, $200. You're already at 1,000. So it does add up fast. You know, would this be worth it to you? I'm telling you, when, you know, number 2 option looks like it's going to be Robotron. Number 3, he's got it voted on his website, could be Sega Star Wars Trilogy, and that might be worth it for me at the end of the day. I think this is phenomenal. Not a huge, you know, Donkey Kong Nintendo cab guy. But yeah, if one of my moderators could actually link not only G.I. Joel's, you know, YouTube, but his I got his link to the website. You just keep checking that daily because he's going to be posting this anytime, guys, for you to be buying, actually. So he's got a poll over on his YouTube. Go check it out for what the next cab idea should be. And I got a couple pictures here that I can kind of show you when this is going to be done, what it's going to kind of look like, right? Not this specific one, but what a real arcade would look like and the possibilities. So I urge you guys to go over there, vote in the poll, let your voice be heard in the comment section, you know, give Joel some ideas, you know, Cubert, whatever, right? How cool would it be to take that dumb Atari 50th PCB and encoder board and slap that into a G.I. Joel cabinet to make that look like a Crystal Castles? He could do a Crystal Castles cab. I think I'd shit my pants. Honestly, that's a shit the pants moment. You know, that's a ham banana sandwich. That's right, Chris Nooner. Let's go, baby. Oh man. So I mean, so you take this. I mean, this is what it's gonna kind of look like, guys, when it's all said and done. You got all the graphics on there. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? A deluxe version of this. I mean, we've been asking for this forever. You know, Vic Fish, it's not my time. It's just not my time. I discovered a lot of cool 80s games. Dig Dug, Crystal Castle, Centipede, you know, just right out of the gate. Major Havoc, that I never really even heard of before I got into this hobby. And, you know, Arcade One Up showed me the way, introduced me to those games, and phenomenal. They were phenomenal. Chris says, you know, the Nintendo cab format alone is worth it because that's something we were never going to get, guys. Never going to get. We were never going to get this. And now it's here. It's finally here. The possibility is limitless at this point. Vic, I did this for you right here. This is what we could be. This is what he could make. Guys, he could make the base pedestal stand of this, cut out the afterburner shape, you do a plastic mold injection of some sort, whatever the case may be. I mean, there's some strong possibilities on where this can go. This is one of the options that's on his poll, guys. So if you head over to his YouTube page, give him a subscribe, because not only does he have the poll up, but if you haven't known, him and G.I. Jarvis are whooping ass and taking names over there. And he actually live streams these builds now. He actually live streams the builds that you can actually watch him making your said product if it gets picked for the show. I swear to God, if he picks my NBA Jam control panel, I'm gonna be like glued to the TV. I'm gonna be glued to the computer just watching that. Yeah, Dr. Torque. Trust me, everybody's in line right now. Slow down, G.I. Joel. Get the outrun pedestal done first. Yeah, he's waiting on an outrun pedestal. I'm waiting on the control deck. No, it's great stuff, guys. So this is going to be super cool, and obviously we'll break this down more and more as the progress this goes on, and G.I. Joel kind of gets up on the show here and talks about all the improvements he's made. Mr. Murph Dog just found a Marvel Superhero Arcade One Up, $300. What do you think? Hard to find in Hawaii. If it's hard to find in Hawaii, then you already know the answer. Go ahead and do that. That seems like a pretty good deal. For those shark fin cabs, I always want to do like $200, $250. But again, if it's, you know, you're in Hawaii, it's like, wasn't it like $50 for a gallon of milk? I would just go ahead and do that. 300 is fair. You know, I think 400 is the most you want to pay for a used Arcade One Up, depending on which one's your favorite one for sure. Jason says, I'm very happy to see additional options made available in this space. And I think that's the biggest thing, guys, is that we've got options. Not every product's going to be for you. I think John D's XXL Iconic Arcade Alpha 2 is going to blow my socks off, right? It's going to be so cool. I think the Wonderland pinball is awesome. This right here is super cool. There are options out there for everyone. There's also, maybe people are blown away by the claw machine or the 4K ALU. There's options for everybody. Glenn's FU, when he's ready to get that out, you get a bigger version of that. People like Paul Mindeman looking for bigger calves, right? Well, maybe that's an option for them. There's a lot of people that want to stick with the deluxe because that's what their collection is already like 80% of. So you're going to have to get more XL calves into the marketplace for there to be more of that flavor, more of that want. Jason was looking for that the Double Dragon XL. He was going crazy over that, and there's rumors of that. So, and not everything's for everybody, but that's what makes this hobby great. All right. So, talking about modding real quick. Let's get this off the screen real quick. Does anybody have anything else to say? They can chime in while you do. I got a couple things to show here real quick. Let's get this off the stage. Now we're getting a little bit more. We're getting a little bit more together with it. It's gonna jump and show something, and I'm trying to load something, and it's gonna just show it. Let's do this first. Let me do this first. So, I got some renders for you guys. So for you guys that are in the chat, what do you think about this guy right here? So this is an Aliens Dynamo arcade cabinet. And I think Vic Vicious, this was on your list. Ken, what is going on? Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I think, Vic, wasn't this on your list? Is this what you wanted to see? Look at that blue and green, player 1, player 2. That's pretty cool. Take a screenshot of this, guys. Take a screenshot of this if this is something you would want to do for one of your dynamos. If you think, hey, I'm a fan of Aliens, that's right up my alley. Let me do that. Calvin Wong says he's going to pre-order Robotron cab. Hopefully he has that design when he comes on. That would be really cool to show off too. Yeah, and then Basic Fun too. I think Basic Fun will be awesome. Yeah, see, he's like, that Aliens is rad. So Big Vicious likes it. Connell is so tempted to make a custom Donkey Kong. Depends on the pricing. Again, he was wanting to stick around maybe $300, $400, $500 for like the bare bone shell, which most of us, you can get the job done with that. Mr. Murph Dog, he's a big fan of this one. Yeah, I never played the Aliens. No, I played Alien versus Predator. I never played this one though. So we got this one. Ezekiel just sent. These are hot off the press, guys. These are hot. Now I'm gonna get ready to knock your socks off. We're just starting. We got a couple big blue designs. Speaking of which, when we get Joel on, we're gonna push him to make a certain product as well. Once I show the big blues off. But look at this one. You want to talk about G.I. Joel? Well, here's G.I. Joe, the arcade game that Ezekiel has sent over. So look at this render, guys. If you want this one, now's the time to screenshot this and have it for, sending to Joe Zabo, sending to these modding companies and say, hey, can you print up graphics for me? Can you do this? This is something I'd like to have in my home arcade. So G.I. Joe, that looks awesome. That's like a Burple team molding. So it's almost like you can take the X-Men 97 cab and be done with it. There he is. There's the man of the hour. Let's go. G.I. Joel is in the house, man. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Yeah, look at it. Big Vicious loves it. He loves it. And I'm telling you, anybody can make this Repro arcade. Anybody that prints up graphics can do this for you. Just screenshot the render and there you go, man. There you go. Right there and then. All right, now I'm going to see about adding. Hopefully these aren't labeled, so here we go. All right, there you go. We can put up something we weren't supposed to. Marvel Superheroes, big blue, nice, plain, easy design, guys. If you have a Marvel Superheroes, now you can take that, put it into the big blue. I mean, look at that control panel, look at that bezel, look at the marquee. It's beautiful. The side art is plain Jane, perfect. That's what it needs to be. Now, Joel, since you are here, we want to bother you because we want you to make this kick panel piece for this big blue. So if you compare that with an inline riser, and that's where you can get the same height, it's a 2-kit piece that you'd be buying to transform your big blue. Joel, do you think you can get it done for us? You are in the chat. Let's go, man. Can you get it done? Can you rock and roll with us? By the way, for the new people getting in, can you see that small little screen down there with the chat? Does that bother you guys? Does it look okay? Let me know. I'll either keep it, I'll dump it, or keep it. This is a beta. It's a new thing from StreamYard, so I decided to slap it on there. Okay, Vic Vicious crew, you guys heard it. It's definitely on the list of to-dos. Let's go. I think that would sell like hell. I think it would bring back the big blue. It would make me want a big blue, for crying out loud. And then you pair that with like a control deck, you know, 99 Lives control panel, and boom. Yeah, Vic Vicious sent me these ideas to send over to Ezekiel. So let's go. We got this one. Now there's another big blue one on here. Let's see if I can find it. Bam, there you go. So there's a little Marvel versus Capcom action. So same type of thing in the big blue format. And we'll get some more coming through here, guys. So if you have your big blue and you got a Marvel versus Capcom laying around, you're like, shit, I just want to like get rid of that, sell the shell or something, make some room, make this, whatever you want to do, right? Maybe you don't have any of that and you want to order the PCB and encoder board from Arcade One Up directly or off of OfferUp, you know, wherever, Facebook Marketplace, and now you got the guts and you want to put the Marvel vs. Capcom in the big blue. I mean, this is just beautiful. And then you want to slap this together. This would be super, super cool. And then again, you're pairing that with Joel's product, his inline riser with that front kick plate, where it, like, you know, 3D comes out at you there. I think that's a win for everybody. I think it's really, really cool. Kind of must have there. Yeah, Vic Vicious says, hey, those front panels is a must to have. And yes, Julio Hernandez, those HS5 cabs are great to mod. Literally, it's endless, guys. It's endless. Like, you can literally do whatever you want to do. It's mind-blowing. And another thing that reminded me, too, with the Dynamos, oh, shoot, I think I should have it somewhere in here. Don't know. Let me check my email. Ooh, I don't know if that one's sent. There's one more, and Joel, you're going to need to make this marquee. So we need you to make a 3-dimensional marquee for a big blue, okay? And so to truly know what I'm talking about, I got to send this over. Now, this is one that was done a while ago for me. I used to show it off with the Batman, the Superman, the you name it. And I'm going to send that over to me right now, and then we're going to bring it onto the show. So if I go to my inbox, bear with me 1 second while I bring this up. While my computer, well, there's a big image. Holy moly. It's going to be like a poster. All right, let's go, dude. All right, so this is a little bit older render. And I'm going to pop on in here. Look at that, the power of technology. Boom, easy peasy, we're done. Look at that. Well, does it want to bring it? Oh, it's loading. That's how big this image is. It's got a lot of beef to it. So, Joel, can you make a marquee the way it curves? Can you do that for the Dynamo? Now, this is a Robocop for you Robocop fans out there. Well, I want to take another screenshot of this one, see if you guys can do that. But this is yet another modding render that we can kind of take to the nth degree. I think this would be really, really cool if somebody did this. Now, obviously the control panel, you're not having 6 buttons on there. Isn't there 2 or 3 buttons? But that's where you can hit up G.I. Joel again for the control panel. He's got this control panel ready to order for you. So there's no wait, there's no fuss, there's no muss. I already did all the hard work, guys. I sent my personal Dynamo control panel into Joel, and he says, I don't see why not. I think I can get it done. Him and G.I. Jarvis are going to be working hard in the mod shop to crank that out. So I thought I'd show that with you guys. We'll take that down. We'll make me big here. That's super cool stuff, guys. I'm excited. Modding is back. Home Arcade is thriving. There's so many options to do. I'm clearing this stuff out. Vic, I thought I'd share those renders with you and everybody else in the chat, guys. And I'm super hyped about getting those in. And we'll get more renders coming through here. Yeah, so if we're talking about modding, well, we stay on the modding topic, right? I need some help, guys. I need some help. So this right here, guys, and let's do that. This right here is a zoomed in control panel because I wanted to show you guys the buttons. I'm hung up on the buttons and the color combos, guys. I need help. I need help, and I need help badly from you guys here in the chat. Guys, this is red, yellow, and purple, okay? Now, you can see the control panel on there. That is the actual control panel that we're going with, and then it was actually on the Darkstalkers cabinets, right? So there is, so the stone grain static that's on there, that's going to be on there. The overlay for the sticks, the kick, the bunt, the punch, the high, the lows, all that jazz, and the joystick control panel, that's all going to be on there. So the blue, the yellow, the red, those colors are going to be on there, guys. So you got this one right here. Now I'm going to show you. We're going to kind of keep going back and forth. I'm going to keep going back. There's a poll on my page under the community tab. Go check that one out as well. So this was kind of what I came up with. I'm like, you know what? This would be a cool color combination, right? Here's what it came with stock, right? So this is stock. Now, the buttons are very like neon. Like that green is very neon. It's not really going to look like that. It's going to be a little bit more darker, just kind of like a normal green, just as a heads up. So it'd be red, blue, and green is what it kind of came with stock, right? Like you get on your Marvel X-Men versus, or not the Marvel, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cab that Arcade 1-Up came out with, okay? So that's what this would come stock. And then here's kind of an idea that I threw out. I already had some neon green buttons. So I'm like, what if I did neon green, purple, blue, or, take the blue out, do orange, kind of like Halloween monster-y colors. Because I have like orange and neon green buttons still. I had put them in like the MVC2 cab. I had some from the NBA Jam and NFL Blitz cabs that I sold. So I had some buttons laying around. I was like, well, what if I did this, right? And so Zeke came up with blue, purple, green, kind of like a neon green to kind of throw in there. I don't know. I this kind of looks cool with the control panel. Again, this is the original design. And then we got kind of like what it looks like stock. Big Vicious says, Danny, that's way too much color for a Darkstalkers cab. Back in '94, when I first saw it, basically looked all black. Yeah, I mean, these were conversion kit mods, essentially. So, they gave you like the marquee, the sticker for the side art, and you use the pre-existing button. Now, they gave you buttons if you wanted to swap them out or not. But yeah, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. Let you guys know your opinions, thoughts, and all that jazz. What kind of color combos we should go with. I don't know. Would the purple clash too much with the dark blue? It's up for your interpretation. I think the blues here kind of tie in, but then there's a purple clash with the red. There's a neon green. It's like I got too much in my head. I spent like a half a day thinking about this. So I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. G.I. Joel says, I watch a lot of the replays of the show when I'm in the shop working. Kind of keep him busy. Him and G.I. Jarvis knocking it down. So I'll try to follow some of your guys' ideas upon request. Keep them coming, and I'll do what I can get it done for you guys. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. G.I. Joel, thank you so much, man, for stopping by, heading out. I know he's an early riser when he's working in the shop. So definitely have to catch a replay for sure. And Joel, best of luck to you and the future products that you're going to come out with. And I can't wait till you come join us on the show and we have some fun talking about what's the possibility of stuff we could do in the future for sure. I think you need that pop of yellow. See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. It's like if I do the yellow, if I just do the, I don't have to commit to the red and the purple. Do we do red, yellow, blue? Is that too matchy? Am I thinking too much? Grams Arcade says red, yellow, blue buttons like the color overlay. There you go. I was just kind of bringing up that. I'm kind of trying to envision this, the blue. You know why I stayed away from blue? And I'll tell you this right now. Can you see? You can kind of see. Do you see X-Men 97? The Marvel cab that we got here? It's got red, yellow, and blue. That's why I didn't want to copy this. That's literally what this is. You can kind of see it here. Red, yellow, blue. That's why now I was like, I don't want to just have the same thing, especially if they're next to each other. It's like too cookie cutter. Cookie cutter, yeah, it's too cookie cutter. Yeah, great point, Sir Sega. 100%, dude. This is the man right here. So if you already have red, yellow, and blue on the Golden Axe, yeah, it just gets too. That's why I wanted to say from like the red, white, and blue. Everything is red, white, and blue. And yes, we love America here, but good God Almighty. I mean, every cab color combination I have if we make this big again, is red, white, and blue. I mean, literally, it goes down to the 2 Mortal Kombats that we got. It goes on to the Street Fighter. It's even in the back of Fast and Furious lit up there, red, white, and blue. It's on all the Pac-Mans. It's like, my God, let's switch it up a little bit. That's kind of where I was thinking. And what better cab to switch it up with than like a Monsters Darkstalkers game where you could pretty much do anything. That's where I kind of got the inspiration to do this, like monster colors, you know, like it's kind of, it's head spinning, you know. So that's what we got here. Let's see here. Calvin Wong says, put some buttons in front of you to figure it out, drawn on paper. That's what I was kind of doing, actually. I was taking the buttons and I was putting it over, and I still couldn't get it because half of the battle is I don't have the actual graphics like in front of me. So I was trying to use these renders to kind of look at it. And usually that's what you do, you know, when you kind of come in on something, you know, you kind of see and feel, and okay, was this gonna work? I was literally putting the buttons over the buttons and like looking down. My kids are looking at me. I'm like, what colors do you guys like the best? You know, they couldn't. You know, they're 3 and 4. Like, I'm not gonna get much answers out of them, but it was fun to kind of just look at the different ones. But I was like, hey, I can save like $8 by using the parts I already have, right? But I want to get it right. I don't just want to throw in a bunch of throw up on this control panel. It looks like garbage, you know? And we'll obviously do a video for you guys so you guys can do it. There's no wrong answer here, by the way, guys. If you guys see this and you want to do something for your Darkstalkers cab, there really is no wrong answers. I think ultimately when I'm looking at these renders live on the screen here, I think either red, yellow, and purple, or you just do the stock red, blue, and green. And I don't really have like a red, blue, and green color combination in the arcade right now, technically, because I don't have MVC2 at all. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, that's the biggest thing is kind of looking at this and it's like, where do we go from here? You know, what do we do and where do we go from here? Is what I was kind of thinking. So maybe we can get your guys' opinions. I gotta recheck the poll that's on the page that's on my YouTube page too, to kind of see. I think red, blue, and green, we're literally running away with it. Is that because you guys want to kind of keep it the way it was? That's how the conversion kit came. It's so cool how you can look up these conversion kits on the internet. You can literally dive through the manuals. It's so cool to see that, because I was like, what actually came with this thing? And so that's kind of where my head started spinning and moving and grooving and rolling with that, just like we're rolling in with this one, baby. Let's go. B Kirby coming in hot with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. B Kirby, for supporting the channel. Thank you so very much. Again, you don't have to do it, but I always appreciate it. Joel is a great designer. I wonder how hard it would be for him to design a conversion XL kit. So turn your 3/4 scale cabs into an XL. You would use all the same internals from a deluxe cab. We need the shells. That would, we'll have to ask him when he gets on. I don't think it'd be impossible, because by internals, you're meaning what? Buttons, sticks, you know, PCB encoder board. You know, you're not using the same control panel because those are different sizes, but you can, you know, the screens would be different too. You go from 19. Marquee would be bigger. So yeah, I think ultimately that's where a lot of people may end up going. Think about it like this, guys. The Golden Axe we just did. If and when we convert the arcade to an XL, how cool would it be to just be able to hang on to that and put that into an XL? You know, how cool would it be to do an X-Men versus Street Fighter? John D's not touching that. You know, it's under Arcade 1-Up's control right now, right? How cool would it be to get like a different type of game? Mortal Kombat. They're not going to make a Mortal Kombat XL. This would be your chance to finally get an MKXL. So great question. I think we got to ask him directly when he gets on the show, because that's going to be awesome. Awesome idea. B Kirby, thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. See, that's what Paul Mindeman's looking for. We need kits to turn deluxes into XLs. He said he's been trying to buy stuff for a year. Hopefully, Joel will pair with buy stuff to kind of maybe do something screen related wise at the very least. Follow up to that, Spy Stuff said they couldn't make a cost-effective deluxe to XL kit. I was tempted to do it myself, but I don't own a fancy CNC machine. Well, G.I. Joel might have you covered here, guys. He might have you covered. Chris said he thought of the same thing converting 3/4 scales at XLs, but I don't know what it would really transfer beyond PCB and buttons. Nothing else would be able to transfer, but remember, you'd be getting the control panel. So simply you're putting your arcade one up or real stuff into the control panel already. And you'd essentially just be bumping up the screen. Now, whether that is you're getting the buy stuff option, which again, we don't know what he's going to be offering. And when he comes on the show, guys, we might have more of a closer idea as to the different types of packages he would be offering and what they would be including. So let's just say it included the screen, right? You're slapping the encoder board onto the control deck. You're slapping the PCB on the screen. At this point, you would only need Joe Sabos or whoever to make the graphics. And that's pretty simple. Which, again, this could be huge, guys. I'm telling you. Once you start seeing, I can see the envisionment. Anybody that mods here knows that if you saw that wooden Nintendo cab that had nothing in it, you know what that can become. I mean, guys, we've modded for over a year now, so we already know what the possibilities could be. I think it's really cool. I think too, Joel, I know specifically for the coin door, you had that as like a Nintendo style. I think it'd be cool to kind of keep, and chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I think personally it'd be cool to keep the coin door style like Arcade 1UP has already. I know there's going to be a lot of people and fans that'll want like the real stuff. By all means, have at it, Haas, right? But to kind of tie in with your arcade already, get with Retro 530, Laramie over at Retro 530 and see if you guys can work on a partnership where he's, providing you with the coin doors kind of thing. I think that'd be cool. Something just as close to the arcade 1UP one as possible so we can keep our cabinets in sync. That's just me, though. That's just me. Yeah, Paul, I cannot wait for an XL driver and an XL shooter. I'm like clawing at the bit. We might have to wait another year until that happens, but I'm ready to wait and ready to let it rip because I'm excited about that. Sega Star Wars trilogy. I'm gonna try to ask him a lot of stuff about that. Hey, he was here the other day, Zero. I don't know. We'll have to check in with Laramie. I literally just ordered something from some. He literally, for the Golden Axe, we got to get the coin doors lit up, and it was a little complicated because that PCB is tiny, guys. A normal PCB is about this big. The arcade one was like this big because it doesn't include anything on there. No micro SD card slot, no USB slot. No internet, there's no Wi-Fi on that one, so it didn't include a lot. So I was like, well, how the heck am I gonna light this thing up? So I was in talks with him just a few weeks ago. But yeah. Oh yeah, Jay, 100%. Popeye Cab can double down for every original arcade cabinet, Donkey Kong, you name it, right? 100%. Paul says G.I. Joel could do his Donkey Kong cab about 3 inches wider, and it's basically an XL. Yeah, because I mean the height was was a smaller cabinet, like a cuber, So if you're looking at just slightly changing some things, I mean, there you go, right? Like there you go. Like you pretty much have your XL. Maybe you make it an inch or two bigger or something that kind of correlate with the other XL products. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun when he comes on to just pick his brain and ask away, for sure. Okay, so where are we at here? Vic Vicious said he sent me something here. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll show this. Okay, let's see here. So, Vic, I got you. Don't worry. Let's bring this guy up. Now, Vic sent this to me because the possibilities, we talk about modding, guys, are huge. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. So, let's get this off the... there we go. Let's get this off the screen here. So, look at the possibilities of this guy. So, G.I. Joel does a Dynamo cabinet. Yes, you could buy the John D cab, kind of mod it into this Neo Geo, right? But what if it was cheaper and more cost effective for you to get your Dynamo Neo Geo cab, and literally you'd have it just like this, the sticker on the side, Joe Sabos. I keep bothering them every day for new graphics to add to what I'm doing. Ooh, which reminds me, I have a render that I have to show off to you guys. I did a render myself. Let's fucking go, dude. So while you guys are looking at this guy, we'll catch up with the chat here. And I will, let's see here. Hold on. where did my render go? Because I had to send a render over to Sabos for my X-Men 97 converted into a Children of the Atom cabinet. So I'm going to send I told you guys, this is a lot of show and tell today. I came prepared with the pictures. I mean, they are left and right here. So you guys could literally get this from G.I. Joel. I mean, how fucking cool would this be? I mean, this thing looks phenomenal to add to your XL collection. Get out of town, right? At least that's what I think. I love my render. It's so bootleg. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Oh my god, this is great. So while we got that, let me pull up mine. So real quick, we were talking about modding in the CornerCade, right? So look at this render right here. This will knock your socks off, baby. So what I was gonna do to kind of finish up the X-Men 97 Children of the Atom conversion. Now remember, our buttons are a little bit different that we have in there. We got red, yellow, and blue. So just use your imagination, right? So they're a little bit more vivid, a little bit more colorful. There's not a lot to do with these cabinets. They were conversion kits, right? Now there would be some bezel artwork. I'm gonna skip that just for money constraints. I'm not gonna divulge in that. These cabs were boring. You know, that's how they're supposed to be, right? So we're going to black out the front, right? We're going to black out the front kick plate, get Wolverine off of there. Even though he's in the game and he's featured on the marquee, kind of switch things up a little bit. Maybe I keep him there. For the render, I took him off, right? We're going to black out the side, right? That beautiful X-Men 97 art, I know. We're going to cover it up, right? And we're going to put the Magneto Children I Am sticker on the side there. And that's going to be what I'm kind of hounding Joe Sabos on. So if he can send that with the Darkstalkers package, maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone, it'd be about $50 to get the 2 stickers on the side. So $25 a sticker. What do you think? What do you think of the CornerCade's render? Look, I'm even getting into the render game now. So funny. So funny. Vic Vicious says, just mod that Dynamo Big Red from the way too small MVSX. Yep. Yeah, the MVSX was just too small. And this, you're coming into this real quick. Let me just put this on the stage here. This would be what we always wanted. The better control panel fit and actually fit your knees under there. The better cab design. You would get the bigger screen with a 19-inch. Like, well, you can't go wrong with that, You just can't go wrong at the end of the day. Oh, this is so cool. I love chilling and chatting with you guys on a Tuesday night. This is awesome, guys. We've covered a lot of stuff today. And we even talk about Iconic here. We still got to get to Iconic, guys. All right, so there's my cab. Brooklyn, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's go. Guys, what do you think about this X-Men? Now, I know this was in a Dynamo cab. This was in a Dynamo cab, right? But we gotta just deal with the cards that we were dealt with. So that's what we got here. And look at our professional Neo Geo expert, Mike Hawker, said the Big Red needs more red. Needs more red to it. Now, yes, this is like a conversion kit. Yes, if you want to go full red on the sides, 100%. The Brooklyn, there you go. You're bringing the intensity. Let's fucking go. It's Tuesday night, baby. Let's get hyped. Let's go. But yeah, you can add more reds to this. You can design this and mod this however you want. That's what's so cool about arcades. You can't really go wrong. Right? All right. So, we got some news here. Let's float over to a website. Let's float over to a website that I have gone to so many times, here in and here out. Let's float over here. I am getting a little bit better from my sickness. I seem like I'm coughing less. All right, let me share something for you guys. So if we go over to the VMI website, guys. This is not what we have. Why does it keep doing this? It's almost like you got to delete everything. There we go. It's very odd. Okay. But if you float over to the VMI website, guys, and see it, I'm looking, it looks like, that, you can't really read the chat. So maybe now you take the chat off, That chat's interesting. It's an interesting little tool. I'll have to play around with it and see if I like it or not. But it's sold out, guys. John D said he said he's going to pause the brakes on this because they're going to increase the price. Okay? And it's a good thing that we got our Alpha 2 cab in a few days prior to when this was going to happen. So, guys, he told you it's only going to go up from here. We got the Alpha 2. We secured that one. If we go down here, let's get on the cab that we got. I mean, they both look absolutely phenomenal. But Street Fighter Alpha 2 is something that's fresh in the home arcade community. And oh yeah, we secured one, and I'm super excited about it. So we'll see how much this goes up. Does it go up $200? Does it go up $200? You know, do they have a non-sale price and now this thing is $1,000? You know, take the $799 plus $200, and you're at this point. Now hold on, Vic. Hold on. The people spoke in the poll. Alpha 2 won. And the more I kind of look at it, you know, obviously if they had a Street Fighter 3, I mean, Jesus, that would be where it's at right there. Third Strike, oh my God. These new Capcom collections that are coming out, SNK versus Capcom 2, all these Red Earth, oh my God, you can play all these cool games, Plasma Sword, it's unreal. Capcom is knocking it out of the park. So cool. I've been watching a lot of gameplay on it. So awesome. But in attract mode, I like to keep the game that's actually featured on the marquee. And for Alpha 2 to be playing is just sweet, sweet sounds. I've already heard World Warriors attract mode thousands of times. We've had a lot of cabinets. I think ultimately I'd love to get both, you know, because why not, right? Huge Street Fighter guy. But I think this is the route to go. This is going to be cool. And it's going to be even cooler if Double Dragon can come out. It's going to be even cooler when more new and exciting titles can come out. But guys, if you wanted to pre-order this, I'm sure everybody who wanted to pre-order this got in their pre-orders already, because that's it. From the next time that this actively goes live, it will be more money, 110%. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm glad that we listened to you guys. We got our pre-orders in, and we were ready to go. So thank you so much for the help on that. Mike Hawker says Q4 is just an estimate. Hopefully people don't get stuck waiting until Q1 or Q2 of 2026 or get stuck with an incomplete UI. I think John's going to come through. He has to come through, because if this falls flat on his face, he's toast. No one's going to want to buy licensing from Media One Up if they can't deliver on products. You know, if that company can't deliver on products, you're running into an Arcade One Up situation where you're just buying shit left and right, and you don't know what you're doing, you know. So yeah, I'm happy that we got ours in. We will see. Time will tell. You know, time will tell. Israel Gaming says he pre-ordered his iconic arcade Street Fighter and kept his pre-orders since March. So he was first on the train and kept it rolling. We're gonna get something. I can guarantee you we're gonna get something. Us not getting anything would be insanity. That would be home arcade breaking news for sure, and we will be uproared as a community if we don't get something. But yeah, much like Jay, I'm in the same boat here. I cannot wait for more announcements from Iconic Arcade about new XXL cabs or other companies coming out with new XXL cabs. I feel strongly this is only the beginning. 1,000%. John D doesn't want to stop here. You want to keep making money. Every company wants to make money. Arcade One Up just couldn't get it done at the end of the day. They had a great idea, just piss poor management, and they just don't know what they're doing at all. I mean, you see it every day when they post on social media that they have zero clue on what they're doing. And it's time for other people and other companies to step up and get the job done, right? We're tired of sitting here and just bashing Arcade One Up's fault. It's not Arcade One Up's fault. They have people that don't know what they're doing. They don't go to real retro arcades. They go to Dave & Buster's. And trust me, it's apparent, and I don't want to go down this tangent here, but when you say as a company that the Blitz art looks plain, or that the Street Fighter 2 Dynamo art doesn't look right, that just shows everyone, and tells you that you've never been to a real arcade. There's a reason why we buy these things. It's for nostalgia. We don't buy these things to look pretty and 2026 looking. If it looked plain and crappy, that's what people who are buying it, who are 40 to 60 years old, your target demographic, is buying these things for. So it's time that another company sees this. It's time for several other companies to see this, because we said, guys, Media One Up is not just going to be working with Iconic Arcade. They're going to be working with everybody else. I mean, dare I say they've already worked with Basic Fun. How does Basic Fun just acquire Star Wars, Turtles, WrestleFest? Like, are you kidding me? They don't just walk in there. You need a guy like John D. You need a credible source to secure that licensing. Someone like him. Now, I'm not saying he's working with them, right? But I'm saying, like, they needed somebody to get that done. So it's refreshing. Hopefully, guys, for your benefit, I mean, we're all sitting here. ready to buy stuff for your benefit. You want 7 different companies making this stuff, so you can get 7 cabs a year. That'd be like a dream, wouldn't it? I always said Arcade One-Up's business model should have been this. I said this, guys. You can go back on the channel when we had a tablet. We were in the other room. We had crappy microphones. We didn't have all this fancy studio lighting. I said, Arcade One-Up, you need to do 4 products a year. If you can do 3, fine. 4 products a year, 2 80s and 2 90s titles. Can you guys imagine if that was actually a thing? I mean, I just want you to sit there and think about it. 2 80s and 2 90s titles a year. Most people would be buying all 4, 100%. But if you're only a 90s fan, at least you're getting 2 a year. That's 1 every 6 months. I would take that. From what we've been dealing with, going on year 3 now of nothing, right? I would take that. You know, if you're an 80s fan, you got 2 80s cabs a year. 80s bangers titles a year, right? Sony 4K agrees. Let's go. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Israel Gaming says G.I. Joel needs to make a double dragon cab. We'll see. Let's see if Iconic can get it done. Chris does Arcade. Chris C says does Arcade One-Up still have the Capcom license? No, they don't. Let's go. That's Home Arcade breaking news. Guys, they ain't got shit no more. They got Midway, NBA Jam, Golden Tee, and they're hanging on to Bandai Namco hard, because that might be, when Basic Fun announced that, they could not have that one as well. I mean, I see Arcade One-Up doing, since they can't really negotiate, and it's kind of obvious, they're a bunch of kids. Since these kids can't get into these offices and negotiate worth a damn, I think they're going to get away from licensing and go to like the claw machine, maybe do a whack-a-mole, maybe do a dartboard, maybe do a dunk tank. You know, just wacky, stupid crap that really like the casual people will walk in and be like, I want to get a dunk tank. Like, we can, you know, a school could buy that for the teachers during our sales event, you know, our state fairgrounds or whatever, right? Just stupid, dumb shit, right? You know, like that's what that's the company that they're evolving into. I really don't see them like doing a U-turn and be like, hey guys, here's Cubert Deluxe. Like, or anything like that. It's just not, I don't know. It's just not something that I see. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong, but I think they're going to do things that don't involve licensing. I think James mentioned to me that they went to this like licensing conference sales thing, which is very bizarre because they don't get licensing at all. So I don't know if they need help getting licensing, or they're going to this event like showcasing their products and say, look, here's products without licensing, like, or trying to get more Hello Kitty claw machines. Maybe they do other things, Transformers claw machine, right? Trying to get like wacky things to put into their pre-existing products. Would you get a Hello Kitty dartboard? You know, so that's kind of where like that road is going. I truly believe, right? And it's crazy. None of us would have thought that 2-3 years ago. Oh my God, like that's insane. Like that Arcade One-Up wouldn't be a thing and Home Arcade would be better off. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The B Me says we need a dunk tank for those Wisconsin winters. I just think it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something wacky, some wacky stuff. They're already starting it, you know, the Hello Kitty claw stuff. You already saw all the Hello Kitty photo booth. It's just a whole different time now. Weasel Chisel Manizzle to the Arcade One-Up Dizzle. Why does Arcade One-Up or Media One-Up market a shmup cab? I think your biggest mainstays for, you know, your casual audience, fighters, drivers, shooters, beat 'em ups. I think that's like the big 4. There is shoot 'em ups. I think 1942 or something is on the cab. So you're getting some games that are like that, but I don't think that there's enough pull for the shoot 'em ups, you know. That's just my personal opinion. What are they advertising now? Mike, you said, no, hold on a second. I got to put Mike Hawkins here on the spot here. So Mike, you said don't do Blitz Deluxe yet because you heard some grumblings. What the hell were you talking about? Is there a Blitz Deluxe going to be coming out? What did you hear? Let me know in the chat. God, my moderators are flying. All I got is wrenches in here now. What do we got going on here? Vic Vicious says, Danny, as Joel starts with Q and Ryan's with Cubert. There you go. He's going to be making stuff. Trust me, when he gets on here. Thor KC in the building. I bet you if Iconic launch goes well, Arcade One Up customers like Costco will take notice and might get a resurgence. I don't think so. They're always going to do like decent numbers. I don't know. I truly, I always think that they're going to sell to the casuals like no other. But even the casuals will reach a certain point where it's like, yeah, we really don't need that. Or yeah, you know, it's like the hype kind of like it wore off, you know. But again, that's just me. We're gonna follow them no matter what, you know, what they're making. We'll bring it up. Okay, here we go. We got some clarification here. Mike Hawkard says, no, what I heard is that Blitz license will be used again, if not by Arcade One Up. NFL has an active Blitz production line of merchandise, includes t-shirts available now. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Maybe a Basic Fun brings it up. I wouldn't think of anything like too relevant to the future. So, you know, maybe you do the Blitz Deluxe still, because it doesn't look like that's going to be something that's coming anytime soon. Vic Vicious, the same retailers that said Star Wars wasn't attractive. Yeah, that to this day is mind blowing. To this day is absolutely mind blowing. When Costco said Star Wars, we don't think we could sell that. Bad graphics. You got Golden Tee, right? Now they sold out of that because home arcade people are gonna want shit no matter what. But if you're telling me a Sega, not a Sega Star Wars trilogy, an Atari Star Wars XL would not sell, you're absolutely kidding yourself. That is insane. That is literally insane. Because that would sell like hotcakes. It's Star Wars. I mean, anything Star Wars is going to sell. All right, guys. I shared everything I could with you, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. What do we figure here on the little chat here in the corner? Do we hate on that? Do we like it? Is it something different? Does it help you for your mobile users that don't have to make the screen small? Because I know how that is. I consume all the content on the mobile. I don't sit here and watch on the computer. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Does anybody have anything before we get out of here? Another Tuesday show, chilling and chatting, guys, walking and talking, moving and grooving and squatting and speaking. We have completed yet another show, and I think we had a lot of fun, guys. We covered a lot. Let's see, where do we go from here? I think X-Men 97, Darkstalkers, that's our next steps. Kind of going down the road here. I might get another X-Men 97 cab and keep it right now as like, you know, just have like Marvel superheroes, something else playing, maybe X-Men vs. Street Fighter playing in the background, maybe then decide, okay, you know, once I get those other 2 mod projects on, this will be Blitz then or something, right? Kind of thinking that route. Or do I go Claw Machine? I don't know. We'll see. Thor KC says Arcade One Up's ability to generate hype dried when John D left, but if John D is actually able to pull off a Fightcade cab and get the community and esports interest, it could force Arcade One Up to reevaluate. Yeah, because John said, you know, he'd be willing to work with anybody. I don't know if Arcade One Up would still work with John as far as getting licensing on anything. You know, it's just gonna be interesting to see like what kind of how this matriculates. I know I'm using that wrong. Matriculates, how this transforms into the new future of home arcade, because you know there's gonna be a new awakening. There's gonna be several companies that are gonna step up and want a piece of that pie. That Arcade One Up really showed us that there's a market for. There is a market for, and you know, I always say it. You know, Arcade One Up has no idea what they're doing, but without them, we all wouldn't be here today doing what we do as far as getting hyped over retro gaming and home arcade. There's no way. They kind of were the pinnacle of starting this, and it's 2 guys like John D. Scott Bacharach who were there with the company, you know, that really got that jump start off. And really, you can thank Walmart at the end of the day. Walmart's the one that shopped the idea to get a Pac-Man arcade cabinet made, and you know, Arcade One Up and their subsidiary that helped create that product. I'm blanking on the name now. What is it? Jerry and the boys. Chat, you're gonna have to help me out with that. I keep thinking Basic Fun, but it's not Basic Fun. But they really started that revolution, and that they came up with the designs, and they came up with the ideas, and they rolled with it. And now this is what it's turned into. Like, we have these just better form factors now. And hopefully we can get one of those companies or multiple of these companies and kind of take the ball and roll with it. You know, kind of take the ball and roll with it. What was that company now that Jerry used to work at? They got the handshake agreement. It's going to bother me. Chat, help me out. It's, where's James Hates Everything when you need him? He's the one that knows that company. It's not Basic Fun. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it. I can't say it. Vic Vicious says, Danny, mod that X-Men 97 and will blitz and use the blitz cell for WrestleMania with the purple trim. Think up. Thank you. Thank you, B. Kirby. It's going to literally drive me crazy. I don't know why I kept thinking Basic Fun. Vic Vicious, we got WrestleMania coming. Ezekiel's already going to take care of that. Ezekiel, please take care of that. I cannot stress this enough. We've been waiting longer than the John D. Cab at this point. Let's go, man. Let's do it. Jay Pace says, such a smart point to bring up that esports. If anyone can bridge the gap between home arcade and licensing, it's John D. Little Justin Wong action. If we're talking esports, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm watching a ton of Street Fighter history, dude. It's insane. Oh, before I forget, guys, if you want your CornerCade hat, guys, if you want this hat, this beautiful new era hat. I mean, look at the detail. Oh my God. Let's go, baby. If you want this hat, guys, the information is underneath my community tab. You got to direct message Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, on Discord. And guys, the deadline is tomorrow. So if you want one of these hats, you got to buy it. All the proceeds are going to the guy that's making them. I'm not taking a dime out of this stuff. It's just a chance for you guys to get your CornerCade hat to show off in your game room. Maybe put it on. I put mine on top of the pinball machine when I'm not wearing it. It's time for you guys to rock it when you're out and about, doing errands throughout the town. We got a new community member in the house, Gil Force Raceway. He needs some help. CornerCade crew, help him out. Just bought an Arcade 1-Up Miss Pac-Man from the Arcade 1-Up outlet. Whoa, wait a second. There's an Arcade 1-Up outlet? What in the world? Are they fake? Am I being ripped off? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Can you possibly put a link to that in here? I know you're going to have to space it out. There's not an Arcade 1-Up outlet. No. Chat, we got to help him out. We got to help him out here. Says there's no riser. But it's under $200 is a fake. You got to watch the links for that. Because there's a lot of fake Arcade 1-Up websites. And the reason how you can really tell them is when they're all the same price. I'll try one moment. He's going to get us the link to that. We'll see if we can help our boy out here. And while he's doing that, yeah, the hat, guys. So if you want to get the hat, tomorrow is the deadline. We need a minimum order quantity of 10 to go ahead and through and make the order. If we can't get to 10, it's okay. We're not going to do the hats. I understand. Finley's World says it sounds fake. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Let's go. Yeah, there's a lot of scammers in this hobby. Zero Redux is saying. Yeah, there's not an Arcade 1-Up outlet. I could try typing that into. Yeah, I'm not getting anything that would be like a fake website. In the first websites that I see. Okay, the Be Me just looked it up and said it might be a scam site. Kind of go with your gut here. Sounds fake. Calvin Wong says it's fake. So hopefully we can get you the right direction here. Hopefully you didn't go through with this payment. But if all goes well, obviously it's a great deal. But yeah, you might want to check that out. Call your bank. Speaking of that, I had to call my bank several times for the Joe Sabos payment. They thought it was a scam. I'm like, it's not a scam. This is Joe Sabos. Like, I had to get on the phone for like 45 minutes with my bank. It was insane. Gail says, I have a screenshot but can't pull a link. I'm trying. Okay, well, at least you paid with PayPal. Usually those are secure, so if anything were to happen, you can get your money back. Here, we'll say this, Gail. If you want to email me at thecornercade@gmail.com, um, you can let me know. Send me some pictures, link information. I could look into that for you and see if it's legit or fake. Kind of stop the scam if it is a scam before it happens, or contact through PayPal. But if it's a great deal, it's a great deal. You can never go wrong with $200 for an arcade. And you said it had no riser, so maybe you get a GI Joel inline riser. And GI Joel Gaming, that website will be in this video's description, so you can go over there and check them out. Make it a deluxe cabinet. Great, emailing now. Thanks. So we can kind of check that out. All right, guys, we have hit the threshold here, and we've exceeded our time limit. I knew we were, because this is going to be a packed show. I can't wait until G.I. Joel joins us, and we can have a cool conversation. We can bother him. I got to get on him about G.I. Jarvis. That's his like, in Iron Man, how he had like Jarvis, like the robot that was doing the same thing over there. G.I. Jarvis actually timed me out because I talked with caps locks in the chat. So hopefully he gets that all squared away. We all had a good laugh about that. Oh, it was great. It was great. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. We're going to drop the chat for right now. It's an interesting little tool that I brought to the table tonight. I kind of like that. It's interesting. I just don't know if it's too small. I'll have to check when I rewatch on the mobile device. And see if it's too small. Guys, we have 51 people in the building. If you're new to the channel, we always like it if you leave comments down below. Just saying thanks for the show. Awesome work. Keep it up. We're always positive here. Did you have any comments on anything that we talked about topic-wise tonight? Also, giving this video a like really helps support the channel, guys. I tell you this all the time. Look, we got like 3, 4, 5 new people in here. That's what we're talking about, man. I'm telling you, let's share the goodwill. Let's keep this tight-knit family that we have as the CornerCade crew and start growing with the positive people in this community, and so on and so forth. Hit the like button on your way out, guys. You know the gist. You know the deal. This is Danny from the CornerCade, guys. We are going to skedaddle out of here. Gail, I'll check that email. Don't worry, I won't leave you hanging. I'll check it after the show, guys. We're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much, man, for everybody stopping by. NASA Canes fan, Beat Kirby, huge shout outs to you guys for those super chat sounders, getting the party rocking and rolling, moving and grooving like we always do, guys. And if any breaking news comes throughout the week, we will be sure to cover it either video wise or going live and bringing it to you live and in the building, guys. Please give this video a like on your way out. And as always, guys, this is Danny from the CornerCade, and we will see you all in the next one.